Number 25. The Greifswald Lights in East Germany, 1990. On August 24, 1990, East German and Russian personnel working at the nuclear power plant recorded these clusters of UFOs as they appeared to group in the sky over a very sensitive location. Number 24. Warrenton Sightings, South Africa, 1994. A farmer claimed to have made repeated observations of a noisy nighttime craft traveling at great speeds beside what he described as a mothership. The craft's noise was compared to the sound of a helicopter or Volkswagen Beetle engine. Number 23. Warden Sighting, South Africa, 2000. In 2000, a police inspector claimed that he observed a UFO while he was traveling on the N3 freeway near Warden in South Africa. He described the UFO as an orange oval-shaped light that was large enough to cover 4 lanes of freeway. Number 22. Kolkata sighting in India, 2007. That year, several people claimed to have spotted a fast-moving flying object between 3 and 6 a.m. in Kolkata, India. The object was spherical to triangular in shape and emitted a bright light forming a halo. Number 21. The Vancouver sighting in Canada, 2011. On February 20th, residents of Vancouver spotted and recorded green and red blinking stationary lights in the sky. Upon inspection of the film, however, it turned out to be a simple kite with LED lights attached to it. Number 20. Captain William Schaffner incident, North Sea, 1970. Captain Schaffner was an American exchange pilot flying with the RAF. On the evening of September 8, 1970, an object appeared over the North Sea. He took off to follow it, but shortly thereafter, all radio communications were severed. His plane was eventually found on the sea floor with the canopy closed, but no sign of the captain. UFO enthusiasts were all over this one. Number 19. Berwyn Mountains, Wales, 1974. Following several ground tremors and the alleged appearance of strange lights in the sky, locals claim that it was caused by UFOs landing. Most scientists, however, point to earthquake lights as the cause. Number 18. Yeni Kent Compound, Turkey, 2008. In 2008, a guard at the Yeni Kent compound videotaped a series of lights in the sky over a 4-month period. His videos became pretty famous in the aliens are real community. Number 17. The Belgium Wave, 1989 to 1990. Sometime between those years, thousands of Belgians claimed to have seen UFOs in the form of large, silent, and low-flying black triangles. The government, however, stated that they were military helicopters. Number 16. Lubbock Lights, Texas, 1951. In that year, 3 professors from Texas Technical College spotted roughly 20 to 30 strange-looking lights flying in a V-shaped formation near Lubbock, Texas. The sighting became famous, though, thanks to a photograph taken by a student. Number 15. Tehran UFO Incident, Iran, 1976. In 1976, a UFO was said to have disabled the electronic equipment of 2 fighter jets in Tehran. In fact, according to official records, Iranian generals claimed that the technical failure was caused by extraterrestrial beings. Who says the government is always trying to cover things up? Aliens can make a great scapegoat sometimes. Number 14. Jimmy Carter sighting, 1969. While governor of Georgia, Jimmy Carter filed a report in 1973 stating that he'd seen a strange white light in the evening sky 4 years earlier. The report became famous once he was elected president. Number 13. Sao Paulo sighting, Brazil, 1986. After 20 UFOs were detected by radar in Sao Paulo, Brazil, a military aircraft was sent to intercept them. However, just when the aircraft was about to reach the UFOs, they disappeared. Apart from all the conspiracy theories, the general consensus was that the lights were debris being ejected by Soviet space station Salyut 7 and re-entering the Earth's atmosphere in central western Brazil. Number 12. The Carson Sink Incident, Nevada, 1952. The Carson Sink UFO incident involved 2 senior military pilots who claimed to have sighted 3 unusual aircrafts while flying above the Carson Desert. The unidentified aircraft were allegedly far faster than any known military fighter planes. Number 11. Lonnie Zamora UFO sighting, New Mexico, 1964. That year, Lonnie Zamora, a local police officer, claimed to have spotted huge bluish-orange flames in the sky being emitted from a donut-shaped silver machine manned by 2 white-clad individuals. His report gained widespread attention due to the fact that it was documented live over police radio. Number 10. Westall Encounter, Australia, 1966. In 1966, around 200 students and teachers in Westall, Melbourne, witnessed an object that descended into a grassy field and took off over houses into a local suburb. The general consensus has been that it was an experimental military aircraft. Number 9. Maury Island Incident, Washington, 1947. A sailor named Harold Dahl claimed to have seen 6 UFOs while he was scavenging for driftwood in Puget Sound, Washington. He later claimed that men in black visited him and told him to stop telling his story. He eventually changed his mind and said it was all a hoax. Number 8. Shag Harbour, Canada, 1967. In 1967, an unidentified object crashed into Shag Harbour in Nova Scotia. After an investigation was conducted, the incident was classified as unsolved by the Canadian Department of National Defense. Number 7. Levelin Case, Texas, 1967. In the Levelin case of 1967, several car engines allegedly stalled after encountering a glowing egg-shaped object. They then supposedly started up again after the object left. The police concluded that it was just an electrical storm. Number 6. Clyde W. Tombaugh sighting, New Mexico, 1949. In 1949, respected American astronomer Clyde Tombaugh, who was responsible for discovering the former planet Pluto in 1930, spotted 8 rectangular lights in the sky above Las Cruces in New Mexico. His credentials contributed to the popularity of his claims. Number 5. Rendlesham Forest Lights, England, 1980. The Rendlesham Forest Lights incident is the name given to a series of sightings in the alleged landing of a UFO in Rendlesham Forest, England. The UK Ministry of Defense saw no threat to national security and as such never investigated the incident. Number 4. The Hill Abduction, New Hampshire, 1961. A couple named Barney and Betty Hill who lived in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, reported in 1961 that they'd been kidnapped by aliens. They recounted that inside the aircraft they saw a 3D star map which they believed the aliens used to identify their location. Number 3. Washington, D.C. sighting, 1952. That year, several UFOs were spotted above the sky of Washington, D.C. The U.S. Air Force maintained that it was mere temperature change that had caused radar signals to bend and give false returns. Number 2. Kenneth Arnold Case, Washington, 1947. In 1947, an American businessman named Kenneth Arnold claimed to have seen several saucer-like objects flying in a chain above Mount Rainier in Washington. He was the one that coined the term flying saucer that same year. And number 1, Roswell, 1947. The Roswell incident remains to be the most famous UFO incident in history. It involved UFO hunters who claimed in 1947 that they saw the U.S. military capture an alien aircraft, which the U.S. military denied. The military said it was simply a surveillance device from a classified operation that they captured and not a flying saucer. If you liked the video you just saw, then consider clicking on the button at the top right to subscribe. Also, check out our other popular videos, 25 rare medical conditions you never heard of, and 25 dining taboos from all over the world that you should remember. If you're still itching for more, go ahead and check out our website at list25.com for a whole bunch of cool lists.